everyone, welcome back to another Age of Empires 4 commentary. I am Beyond, and if you are enjoying what you've been seeing out of my content lately, please do consider dropping a subscribe and like on the video. Without further ado, let's get right into this one. This game is between Corvinius 1 as the Holy Roman Empire. I believe he streams on both Kick and Twitch, so if you want to go check him out, his Twitch link will be in the description below. And Zyro Timorous in the green as the Ottomans. Now, I know a lot of you, this is also on the fan favorite, the new map, I believe Golden Heights. So it just provides this little extra waterway over here. So definitely something to consider. This map has been pretty great so far, honestly. I really do like it. It's been in tournaments a lot. And there's a little bit of a water war. As you can see, there's 3 deep water fish, but it's also not the end of the world if you don't get these, right? It's not like there's a whole bunch of fish to contest on shore, but the real issue is with some of the other water maps, if there's too many of these, that just turn into an all-out battle. So I really do enjoy this map actually for the lack yet still presence of water in it. Now moving forward, as I was going to say, there's not much that the HRE got changed, so there's not really, I can't really pop much up on there besides a few bugs and everything like that. That being said, I didn't want to just completely leave out all my HRE mains in the new season. Hope the grind is going well. I think I'm going to stream my placement matches on Monday, so we'll see how that goes. If you want to check it out, my Twitch is in the description. I think I have like 7 followers, so we'll see if we can get 1 or 2 people in there to watch me absolutely try to get back to plat. So there's not much to do. There's not much to say about the changes of the HRE. I mean, they're just going to be very solid. I think they've been solid, so I think that's why there wasn't many changes. They have a good gather rate. They have a bunch of different perks, so I know it's a little bit unfortunate if you've been HRE main for a while and you know the new stuff. You don't get any of the new toys, if you will, but just know that your civilization is really, really, really solid. Now, the Ottomans, not the same. The twin marionette got a little bit of adjusted. Now, the biggest thing, which I can pop up these stats on the screen, is the Sipahi got a nice change. They got a little bit more beef, a little bit more health. They also, the most important part that I think is going to come into play is they got a little bit more range. Now, we'll see if we see Sipahi out of Zortimorous today. I also love the name, such a formal, just such a powerful name. But we'll see if we see any of those today. I mean, into the HRE, it's a little bit tough if the HRE decides to go mostly into those armor units, and those Sipahi aren't usually the best at dealing with any of those or being really a front line to any of those. So we'll see if that's the case. Saw some interesting Ottoman play out of 3DB yesterday in the tournament against Beastie. Of course, I was on the old patch, but definitely some uniqueness. If you want to go check those games out, I would highly recommend it. And today is going to be the final. Interesting. Actually, I might edit that last clip out because I did a spoiler for what the EGC finalists are today. So I'm going to mute those so I don't spoil anything for you guys in case you are catching up later than I am and waiting for them to go out on YouTube. With that being said, I mean, today we're just trying to enjoy. I mean, the new season's out. Tell me, how you guys doing? How you guys feeling it? Are you liking the new season? Are you hating the new season? Are you indifferent to both? Looks like both players might own. No, Corvinius shows that he is just slightly more adept to not losing that scout over there. But how you guys liking it? What are you finding to be what civilization are you deciding to main? I mean, English did win the poll that I put out there for you guys to vote on, so I might stick with English, but I'm not really sure because there's just other civs that just look kind of fun to play or give a try. So I might switch it up just for the sake of switching it up. But we'll have to wait and see. We have back here, we have a nice Akin chapel placement. Got the wood going on. Got the gold over here. Even has the sheep on this backhand side. And there's a beautiful amount of room for nice farms. I mean, he probably will regret this house one day, but that's besides the point. No one has attempted even to look for the fish yet, which is a little bit surprising. If they did send over 1 villager over there, so you get so much free food. But the Ottomans with the twin marionette obviously aren't super worried about the free food or not. And it does look like that third little berry bush got taken out up top. I still can't zoom. I don't know why. If that's been broken, I don't know how to fix that. Please let me know how to fix that, everyone. Because I can't seem to do it. We have finally a military school going down, which is just absolutely crazy. Oh, I forgot to do the little click thing for you guys. You know, I think about 50% of the time, I remember. So, in the last two, they were on there. So, you know what? I can only do so much. Oh, just kidding. The little berry got moved over here. Does one spawn over here, or is it over time now? Oh, so I guess it goes over time, and they move into these spots over here. That makes sense. And there they are. There's a new Sipahi, so I hope we get to see them. We do see another scout coming in. Oh, because he lost his. So we do see a Sipahi out in the map. There it is in all of its glory, with the new range. We got the new, as you can see, the attack. Those tile ranges moved up to 7.5, and boom. We're a little bit of harassing this gold line. As you can see, the Sipahi are a little bit tankier. I think he's going to lose this Sipahi, which is super unfortunate. He's getting absolutely peppered by that. Yes, he does. The first Sipahi we see is now evaporated, which is incredibly unfortunate. We got a little bit of idle time, but that's not really enough. Did a whole whopping 12 damage. It's absolutely insane how good these villagers are for the HRE, though. I will say that's why they didn't get much of a change. This landmark right here is so good. Maybe they could have made the Burgrave and the oh, I can't remember the name of it right now. I can't remember the name, but oh my goodness, I yawned twice. Whew. I should probably get some more rest, I suppose. I've been trying to get rest, but maybe it's just a little bit too early in the morning. I didn't have my coffee yet. But I want to get this out as quickly as possible for you guys. So you just have to weigh the pros and cons of yawning versus getting the gameplay out for you guys. I don't know what's gonna actually win, but if you guys see that this has yawning in it, you know the answer. If you actually are hearing this statement right now, then you know the answer. We have a nice move out to the middle of the map to secure that high ground. I don't think there's much play in HREs for high ground, so it doesn't really matter, but it is still very nice, and you can see, I think you can still play a little bit with division here back and forth. Does get that 4 deer, which is good. That being said, coronavirus, or Corvinius. I'm just so used to saying it. It's just a natural thing to see when I see core. I just say the whole thing. They could easily move out to these deer over here. I apologize, Corvinius, for making that quick mistake. Hopefully you forgive if you do end up watching this, and if you do, say hi in the comments. That being said, an easy spot to move out over here, and also over here if a second TC is what they so desire. Doesn't look like we have any stone being taken though at this point. Well, we do have 34 taken. Maybe it was just a misclick or something like that. But Zyro Timorous is probably feeling pretty confident right now. But at the same time, you don't want to just let the HRE just do whatever they want on this back end side. This is going to only end poorly for you, honestly. It's probably not going to end poorly for them. That's why it looks like Corvinus is pretty content. Already 4 prelates out into the map, as you can see, looking to get those relics into this Regnus Cathedral. We're going to have up to 6 at this point very soon. The Sipahi are able to snipe one of them, but it did its job. It got it close enough, and now one of those other prelates like, let me just finish the job for you really quick. I got you. The Sipahi are showing nice map control. Another scout, has gone down as well, and it does look like they're able to really provide some nice cover at the current moment. There's the relic over there. We have another one being popped in over here. Is that the same one? Did they just take a long route over here? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. The relic was popped into this outpost to really protect this gold from the Sipahi. And here we go. We have the knights out and about. Knights versus Sipahi. Going to end really poorly for the Sipahi, if we're being honest. And as you can see, those light units really, they're getting made light work of, honestly. There's the scout. And there's the Sipahi going down. Another one's gonna be going down. This is an absolute slaughter. These knights, these Roman knights, are these HRE knights are so good. I know they're just like they're standard, but like knights are just so good. I think it's just people always forget how good that these things are. These are just two of them, and they've been mowing down Sipahi left and right. They're trying to compete, but they really can't. And there we go, another Sipahi gonna go down, and another one looks like it's gonna go down. And it's just been an absolute catastrophe mid-map, getting absolutely picked apart. It's so funny that these knights are better at they're better going down from just the single spearman. This unfortunate prelate's going to go down again. That's 3 prelates that are going to be taken down. Oh wait, it looks like these knights might have the juice. Another prelate coming out to save his friend. You love to see that. And the Sipahi trying to chase down this prelate. Will it survive? It will not. But there's another prelate in there to finish up the rest of the job. And these knights are able to absolutely, completely take back map control. So Timorous, though, does have a 10 villager lead. It doesn't impact the HRE nearly as much with that 40% boost in gather rate from the being inspired as well, which is absolutely insane. This provides so much mass inspire craziness. Now, we do have 2 knights out in the field, but those 2 knights were able to get all 4 relics. Corvinius has, I'm sorry, I keep saying it. I just say core and my body just finishes the statement. Corvinius is now all going up to a Palace of Swabi with 4 relics. I don't think that Imperial Army is going to matter at all. It's a whole age ahead. It's the age-old proverb of, is aging up better? Or we also have a market randomly. I think it's just so he can utilize the amount of gold he's going to be getting in from these relics. It's the age-old thing, right? Are we going to, do you want to age up quicker, or do you want to have those 2 TCs? The only unfortunate part is I wouldn't probably test that out against the HRE, because you're going to lose. You're going to lose pretty badly. Corvinia is showing just how strong the HRE still are. So for all your HRE mains out there, I know you didn't get the changes that you wanted. You didn't get something new to see, but your Civ is still so good. And it's going to absolutely decimate the battlefield still to this day. It's still so good. So I might give them a try, honestly. I really do like the playstyle of just kind of going to that fast castle. I really just like building out farms, the farm transition that they have as well. It's one of my favorite. That's why I kind of like the English, so it might be a good gateway into that. And then I also just love the spamming of the units, which is just men-at-arms or knights. And then getting some land sharks in there as well, just to really top it out. Now we have a beautiful, well-rounded army on the back-end side, right, for Zyro Timorous on the Ottoman player. We have 9 Sipahi, 7 spearmen into 5 archers. We also have the mangonels coming in, but I will say mangonels do not do nearly as well, so we do have a quick destruction of whatever that was. I missed it. And we also have a few knights going in. They're going to be able to not do too much because of the amount of spearmen that are there. But I will say, with this Palace of Swabia over here, it's going to provide enough cover, I believe. And also, these these villagers, it doesn't matter with the Palace of Swabia. They can be replaced so quickly. Like, even this amount of villagers that are being produced are going to go by so quick. I do like this addition of this relic over here. It looks like we're going to move over to the stone as well. This relic is just going to make this tower that much better. Just to really hold it out. I will say there's another change that the Ottomans had is for keeps. We have houses going down. We have barracks going down. We're going to see some men-at-arms for sure. Corvinus has a lot of wood. Has a lot of food and a lot of gold, which is the perfect answer for the mass men-at-arms strategy. Now, these Sipahi still aren't armored, so they're not the best at diving, as you can see. Not getting eaten apart by this TC, but still not doing super well. And all these juiced up towers for the HRE are going to be able to really cut through the Sipahi mass a little bit faster than they would probably like. As you can see, diving through all these things, they don't have they're not fortified just yet, but look at how quickly this army is decimated, and it's not getting that much damage. As I mentioned, another bombard emplacement over here, or sorry, Kansas probably emplacement. But look at the damage they're doing. This Sipahi went for a little run and got absolutely torched. There's nothing they can really do, and as you can see, look at the villager numbers catching up very, very quickly. Zyro Timorous is going to have to really all-in push this right now, and I don't think he has the army to do so with his latest gallivanting around. What I was going to mention is the new keeps for the Ottomans do have a great bombard emplacement, so you can get that, which is super cool, and a little bit of an interesting change. I don't know how big of a it's going to play. We also even see Janissaries out in the map too, so let's see if this it's like a, I don't even know. It's like just like a box of chocolates of an army. Just has everything in it. So we'll see if this can kind of come into play, how well it's going to be doing. The meta bonuses in the back. Full stop, and we're going to see if this can impact these. But we do see a bunch of spears actually coming out. I thought it was going to be the latter. But Corvinius still does not have really any army to really speak of, honestly. We're just getting all the upgrades and still nothing. So I'm going to be interested to see if this push actually works out, because there's nothing really here to stop him. The Ottoman player is now moving in onto the wood line, this fortified tower. The only issue with the HRE is those upgrades, those emergency repairs are going to come out when it gets a little bit lower, and you're not going to be able to do much about it at all. These knights are going to be able to snipe the mangonel, though, which is going to be huge. And there it goes. There's the emergency repairs. It can out-repair 2 rams, which I always think is a little bit broken, and an entire army, apparently. And look at how much damage is being done to this army just from sitting under this one relic-infused tower. This is absolutely insane. Is that the 5th relic? It is the 4th relic. Okay. But 3 rams and a whole army, and the army is getting absolutely evaporated, and the villagers have been pulled. They're going to start to take out these rams. They don't want to see them any longer, and the army is gone pretty much. Look at this. The villagers, Corvinus has now passed in villagers, and they're just going to build one in the face of this army. They don't even care. Look at how strong this Palace of Swabia is. It's absolutely insane. The amount of villagers, and boop, they're going to pop in. Are they going to pop in or no? And look at, they're just building it in their face. They don't even care. There's 8 spearmen on the map, and it's being defended this well. We do have more rams going in over here for the infrastructure, but it doesn't even matter at this point. There's just so many. It doesn't, I mean, no new units, it doesn't matter. The HRE are still the HRE, looking so good right now. But I will say there's no really threat to Zyro Timorous on the back end side, though. It's not like there's any in danger of him getting counterattacked by Corvinius. But you never know. I mean, there's a lot of these spearmen out as well. These Imperial Age spearmen are doing really well into this army. And there's really nothing on the back-end side, so this is kind of the all-in push that they were looking for. There's the new keep. We'll see if we can see the new Great Bombard emplacements. I don't think that Corvus is going to let this go down. I think that these spearmen are going to be able to absolutely rip through these villages. You got to bring more if you're going to drop a forward keep drop. You got to bring the whole squad if you're going to do that. And they decided to turn and fight. An absolute bold move to take on. I don't think it's going to work out. The Janissaries are trying to fire in on these, but it just looks like it's just too much. The upgrades are probably there. Imp HRE is just too strong. And you can do all sorts of damage that you want. But with that Palace Swabia, it doesn't even matter. And these Sipahi getting absolutely ripped to shreds. The Janissaries are trying to kite backwards, but they're not quick enough to actually kite backwards with the marching orders for the HRE. Getting that boost of the speed. And look, they're just going to start to chase him down. Now there's 16 spearmen over here. We have the villagers. We have another keep. We have a keep drop behind this, just to be sure. And I think that's going to be it. Zyro Timorous might stay in until Corvinus decides to push back across the map, but I don't see how there's really a comeback chance. They've been an imp for a long time. and it's only going to get worse from here. They have 4 relics. And there is the GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I sounded a little sleepy. I'm very sorry. I want to get this out as quickly as possible. I should have had my coffee before making this, but if you guys did enjoy, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And also, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow on Monday during the day, because I feel like most of you guys are in the EU time zone from my data. But we'll have to wait and see. If you do want to see me stream and you have just want to come say hi, please do that.